Hello everyone, Chiseler here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a quick look through Chapter 1 of the Misty Island Legacy Exploration. Some people have been asking me questions about how I got through it, the general strategy, and the important items to focus on in order to get through the first chapter. Some people have expressed concerns over the difficulty of the final boss, but trust me, once you get through your first night, the future nights are going to be a lot easier, as you'll have expedition points to be able to spend and use as you need. So without further ado, let's get into the first expedition. So the first thing I always do is I go right for the lower right hand side of the map in order to pick up all of the NPC materials, such as rocks and wood. We'll need those to craft their first resources, which is likely going to be swords, axes, and whatnot. I'll grab these guys here and immediately craft a stone axe. When we get the materials, we'll get a stone pickaxe as well. So I equip the axe and harvest these two trees here. So these thinner trees with the bananas on them drop leaves, wood, and sometimes actual bananas as a source of food. These thicker trees are more so just wood and leaves, mostly wood though. Grab a few of these. The important thing right away is to try to get as many resources as possible, as we're going to want to try to work our way up to a workbench in order to craft the walls and defense towers for the first wave that happens halfway through day 3. The other thing we're going to want to do as well is focus on food. Getting our first wave of food is also very important, so let's see what we need here. So for a survival work table, we need wood and rope. That's under manufacture. Can craft that. Craft that. Structure. Craft work table. Here. Now we can start crafting more things. So in order to get defense structures, we need wood, rope, stone, and a little bit of iron. Okay, so we're gonna pick up these right here. This should be enough for us to craft a pickaxe. We will want... I'm also going to craft a wooden sword to help with food. Next up, we're going to want to work towards a steel pickaxe. And of course the structures themselves. Okay, let's pickaxe on, and I saw some rocks that had iron in them over here. How many iron did that give me? 5. Bummer. I'm 1 short from the steel pickaxe, but that's okay. So while I'm here, this will be a good time for me to collect some food. Because as you can see, my hunger bar is starting to get a little low, which actually we can consume those bananas, mushrooms, and eggs from earlier to help get that back up for now. But the best food source for quelling hunger is, of course, that raw meat, which drops from most of the mobs in these maps. Okay, great. So I'm gonna head up here. We need a campfire cookout, 1 iron plate, which we can manufacture with the steel we got. Campfire cookout, that. Down here. Cook it one at a time, otherwise you get some weird dishes to make. I haven't experimented with that myself. I pretty much survive strictly off of grilled meat. Okay, so this should be enough to last us for a little while here. Next up, I actually want to craft a steel pickaxe, so I need iron plate, iron rod, and charcoal. I can make iron rod here, iron plate here, charcoal here. So now I can craft a steel pickaxe. Great. Get rid of that. Equip the steel pickaxe. The reason we're going to want the steel pickaxe is it just harvests so much faster. Now I want... Okay, there's some iron ore over here. Eat real quick. You can see how much faster and how much more materials drops just from using the steel pickaxe. It's very, very convenient. Some of these. Okay, so we're still on the lookout for more iron. Great, it's a big rock. Materials. Okay, and we'll head back and start crafting the walls. The first wave you don't really need much to defend with. It's pretty easy to do. But come second wave and afterwards, that's when we're going to look at crafting more armor and weaponry. So, defense, we need to craft rope. Two. Crossbow tower, we need 2 planks, rope, and iron. Manufacture. Rope. I'm gonna need more leaves. Actually, conveniently on some trees right here. Okay, 2 rope. 4. Then 2 crossbow towers. Alright, and we're all set. Just have to place them, and our wooden sword will be enough for us to get through the first night, no problem. And crossbow tower. Tower, sword, and we're pretty much ready to fight. See if we can just grab a few quick resources while we're waiting for it to actually activate. Okay, goblin raid's gonna begin soon. We'll get in position after we harvest this tree. If you're in any other map, you'll get a direction indicator to bring you back to this map. And you'll want to be quick because there are some flying mobs that do straight up bypass the defenses and just start attacking the crystal right away. These guys right here. I'm fine taking a bit of damage. It's not going to matter too much. Yeah, see, one of these guys slipped through. Okay, I think that's it for the first day. The next raid will be in the evening of day 6, and that'll be our first mini-boss monster as well, which will be the lizard. So, for now, we're going to go back to resource acquisition. If I consume my last 2 grilled meat, I'm actually going to be out of food, so we're going to look to pick up some more food as well. I want to try to find gold ore as well. I don't know if there's any. Usually the rare items tend to be where these goblin crests are, so I bet you there's gold in this map. This is great too. We're also going to need 2 of these pigs for some armor crafting later on. They do a bit of damage, which hurts, but we're mostly after these horns. And look, there's some gold down here, which is perfect. We don't need much gold. Usually only 2 is all I go for, just because we need enough to craft 2 of the most powerful weapons. There we go. Oops. Sword back on. This guy, I want that second horn. She does give. Perfect. Oh, and they give a ton of food as well. While I'm here, I'm actually going to craft... Under toolbox, you can craft a leaves bag. Oh, I need to be around the toolbox for that. That's okay. Now all I need to do is essentially just stock up on stone and iron. That's pretty much all I need for the rest of this expedition. Oops, that was the wrong button. Those guys out of the way. I suppose that leather could potentially be useful for crafting as well. Up. Okay, now let's make our way back to the camp. Got a lot of supplies to work with, let's see what we can craft. Food. Make. Not sure what that is, but I'm not going to eat it. Extra items, get some action power back and recover some hunger. Okay, so in here, I'm gonna craft a bag. The bag is always useful. So now I want to look at weapons. We're gonna make 2 of these overlord swords, or overload swords. We need 2 iron plates, 2 iron rods. And that's pretty much gonna be enough to last us for the entire expedition. This weapon is very, very powerful, very useful. I recommend using it. Next we can get armor. We can craft some gladiator armor, an iron plate. That. We can craft a horned helmet. Oh, it's like I can't. This is an iron helmet. Yeah, so we'll go for these ones. Give 6, 5, speed. Yeah, we'll go for the studded student shoes. So I need to go. As well, can drop the old armor. Also don't need the sword anymore. And I'll craft a horn helmet. Thought I needed those other horns for this, but it seems like it's changed this time around. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm well kitted. Sort our materials here. I suppose while we're waiting, can just grab some food and stock up on more resources, because the important thing for the last night between day 6 and our final fight is going to be having the resources to essentially just replace the walls. But with where we're at now, we're pretty much already ready to face the final wave. We've We've got all our armor, we've got all our weapons. At this point, we're pretty much just hoarding up in order to get through the last nights easily. I don't think we really need feathers for anything, so on those, I'm mostly just looking for meat. Suppose I'll take an egg, can eat that real quick. Banana. Let's grab some more steel. Alright, that should be more than enough food to last the rest of the expedition. Suppose while I'm here, I can also craft a palm tent. Here, help recover my action points, items, and cook some food while we're waiting for the goblins to show up. Okay, they're here. Same thing, we'll have a lot of those flying guys coming in, so we want to stick towards the middle. And I'm going to go out and play a bit aggressive. Help keep the walls healthy. Okay, here's the boss. He's gonna hurt a little bit, but since we've got so much food, we'll be able to recover that lost health between the days. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna wail into him. Now, you notice I might be doing a bit more damage and a bit more attack speed than where you may be at. That's simply because after this expedition, I have spent my expedition points on leveling up attack damage and attack speed. Okay. Not sure what these are used for yet. That might be for later on. But for now, we're looking pretty good. I'm going to craft 2 replacement walls. Bunch of rope. That's in case if those walls break, which look like they probably will, then yeah, we'll want to be able to replace them right away. So let's go have a look around the map. We've got some time to kill. Here. just some more mobs and deposits. Ooh, what are those guys? Hunt those? Interesting. So those guys give poison, which I think can actually be used to craft poison bombs. Deadly poison. Interesting. Okay. Let's go see if we can find more of those poison fish then. Doesn't look like it. Mostly just more resources and mobs to kill if we need to, but we're pretty much already set on all of that stuff. Let's try this one. Nope, doesn't look like much. All of these are just resources and it's to claim. That's okay. We'll head back to the central ruins and just be sure we have everything prepped for the final wave. So I think for future guides and when we get into Chapter 2 as well, we're going to start diving more into this industrial work table. But for the sake of Chapter 1 and getting familiar with what needs to be done, we're probably okay. I'd look to probably crafting this between nights 3 and 6, where we have that extra time once we get all our armor together. And then from there, we'll be able to craft better weapons, better armors, better walls, defending turrets, and whatnot. But for the sake of, again, for night 1, what I've shown here of just the wooden defend wall, or the wooden fence, the crossbow towers, the overload swords, that's pretty much all you need to get through it. It's just getting used to the mechanics of managing your food, stocking up on resources, stocking up on defense supplies, and you're pretty much good to go. So yeah, the big boss for this final wave is a turtle, and the turtle hurts a lot. The key thing to know for this final wave is that the crystal here has a lot of health, and it is probably going to tank the damage for you, which is okay. If the enemies get through the walls and the crossbow towers, it's not the end of the world. That's why we've stocked up on armor and swords, so we can just wail into this turtle for as long as we need to. But for now, the last wave is about to start. Sounds like the other wall's already breaking. Oh, okay. Sounds like our friend is on the other side. There he is. As you can see, he does a lot of damage to me, so we're gonna stay behind him. He's instead gonna focus on the turrets and eventually on the gem, which is a-okay for us. As you can see, the gem has a ton of health, and with all the damage we're doing just wailing into the turtle from behind, we're okay. He does have this annoying regeneration field. It goes away pretty quick. And there you go. That's wave 1. Or chapter 1 complete. Not sure when chapter 2 gets released or how to do how to unlock that or any of the future materials, but that's pretty much just a quick walkthrough of how to do chapter 1. As you can see, it's pretty much simple, or it's very simple. Just focus on resource acquisition, making the tools you need to make. With all that extra downtime that had exploring for future chapters, that would probably be used to make the industrial crafting table and better weapons, armors, and walls for harder enemies that are to come. But for now, what we've shown today is more than enough to get you through chapter 1. I hope this little walkthrough was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. As always, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and we'll see you guys next time.